Greetings all, I'm just recording this video of my fuel cell fuel pumps set up for a friend, and I just thought maybe you're interested. That's the best I can do at the moment, Andy. Thanks, bye. Andy, the silver to the right is the bottom of the fuel tank covered with that paint for sealing tanks. You can see the outlet, the old factory outlet, up at the background there, just above that fuel filter. Right, the fuel filter is coming from the fuel cell that's in the tyre well, which I'll show you in a minute. That filter is gravity feed from a swirl pot through that filter to the green pump. And then the outlet of the green pump comes up in a loop and joins back into the factory system that would be coming from the fuel tank, the factory fuel tank. Power is delivered to that green pump on ignition from the front of the car, and then under that red tape is a connection that will runs power to the pump that's in next to the fuel cell. My problem that I had with the fuel pump in the next to the fuel cell was the earth. I had only a single earth, and the soldered connection. The green pump was operating, but the soldered connection in series that would go to the pump at the back of the car, which I'll show you in a moment, was compromised in that solder. It was a dry solder, I think, and so hopefully it's been fixed now. I'll just stop this, but anyway, that's the pump at the moment, mounted to the bulkhead at the back of the cabin, and that pump itself is gravity fed from the swirl pot, which I'll show you. And an interesting thing is, if the swirl pot ran empty this, even though there's a couple of 100 mil of well, it's actually not, there's once you get air in that green pump, it won't suck. And if there's no air in the line, I had to let it undo the hose clipping and let it bleed out, and then the pump was fine. I'll show you the fuel cell. Okay, this cell I bought it by mistake. It was too large to fit into the tyre well, so I had to I clicked the wrong button when on eBay. It's a 60 litre instead of the 40 litre. With that, I got a swirl pot, that 2 litre odd container. Okay, so which I use to gravity feed. I'll do the running of it. Down, it's a shadow. Down there, the outlet of the fuel tank, I have one of those clickety-clack facet cheap pumps. Power is running from the front of the car via the green pump that I showed before to this one, and that's where I had that bad earth connection. I've now run an earth to there's an earth running to the base of the swirl pot. Sorry, the lighting here is terrible. Okay, so this line here is coming from that shadow from the pump down the bottom, comes up, runs through a filter, another filter, into the swirl pot. The lower hose, that hose there, runs back into the fuel cell. So once the fuel level comes up to here, it will overflow into the fuel cell. This is a vent that I've run up to behind the fuel filler, and there's a one-way valve on that, so fuel won't run out, but air can come in, so that the whole system is can't get pressurized or vacuum. Yeah, this is I only did the fuel cell because my tank was, I thought was, the repair didn't work. This cable is running to a camera, so ignore that off the. So I bought a fuel cell, and it's too big. So anyway, I used a cold chisel to open up the fuel well a little bit and put a bit of foamafil to make the tank solid in the base of the fuel well, the entire well. Okay. Okay, I know these are Weber's, Andy, instead of your SUs. That fuel regulator down there, and then it comes up from that regulator. It comes up the fuel line, comes up into basically the rail that was on the Zenith Strombergs. Sorry, the lighting is just terrible. Yeah. Anyway, and then each carburetor is fed off that single rail via that regulator. I don't know what else to tell you.